Hello everyone and welcome to another Aussie Empires video. Today we're going to be discussing how to use the tribute trigger, and again, like the last video with the pitched battles, I will be explaining with a example from my very own scenario or shared scenario with base tute on the Alexander the Great scenario. Now in number 3, there is a side quest where you can either tribute this player here, blue, Alinda. I think give them some gold to join your side. If you do not do so in a certain time, they will just, well, they'll fight you. It's quite simple. And we're going to just have a look through at, the intricacies of, well, these triggers right here. So first of all, we want a starting trigger to, kind of set the scene. Now, as you can see here, this time is for 10 minutes and a little bit. Then it will activate, well, this trigger. You don't really need this. You can just put this on starting stay if you want, or put a timer, then do this. But this is basically just to give you some time, because this isn't the only side quest. It's just to give some space so that you're not overwhelmed at the start. That's actually a really good tip. If you've got multiple side quests, do make sure that they're kind of spaced out, so put timers in between. You can just do it with the condition here, timer. Basically, say you've got side quest number 1, which is immediately done after whatever, I don't know, taking over this city here. You can say, well, after this castle's destroyed, activate another trigger with a timer for 60 seconds, so a minute, and then the side quest will appear. Say, you've got 2 side quests that you want to show. Well, we of course don't want both of them to show at the same time. Well, you just simply do the first 60 seconds and then activate another one with another 60 seconds, for example, or 120 seconds, so 2 minutes, 1 minute. Just make sure they don't appear at the same exact time. But back to Alinda here. After that 10 minutes, Alinda, well, or I think the what's her name again? Yeah, Ada here, she starts speaking and talks about, oh, give us 500 gold and we will help you. Alright, and we want this to be done in a certain time, of course, because otherwise, I mean, you don't have to, you can just remove it, but, a little bit of pressure is good for our players. So, 500 gold, and they'll switch sides. Alright, easy. And of course the timer here is with the display timer, which we've also used in the pitch battles video. So as you can see here, blue, time to tribute gold to player 5, which will activate this here, which is a lot of stuff. It's really easy, actually. Right, my mic cut out there. Whoops-a-daisy. Right, where was I? Once player 5 accumulates 500 gold, they will show this instruction, blah blah blah, thank you for the money, and they will change the diplomacy. Very easy, actually. They'll just change their allegiance to you. As you can see, player 5 ally to player 1, player 1 ally to player 5, and of course you have to change all the enemies to, well, or your enemies to enemies for the AI you wish to become your friend. Otherwise they'll do nothing and they won't fight your enemies. So this might look like a lot, but it's a lot of just player 5 becomes an ally and blah, 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 to player 2, because that's also our ally and all the gobbledygook. And of course you want to set the player visibility so that you can actually see what your ally does. Now this goes both ways, so player 5 has to be visible to player 1 and player 1 has to be visible to player 5 if you want like trade and such to happen. Now the thing is, right, don't forget about the timer. We've added a timer here, so we're going to clear the timer. So clear that the first timer, you can have like a lot going on, I guess 9 or 10, but we want to clear the first timer. And of course we want to, right here, the modify resource, we just want to give them a lot of food and resources to get started, because usually you don't give them any resources. They're just kind of sitting there. Now this AI thing, you don't have to worry about just yet. In a later video, I think somewhere in the Build and Destroy series, I will explain AI and explain this. Don't look at that. But as you can see here, that's kind of it really. That's all you got to do. Just use this condition right here. Accumulate attribute to player 5. Do make sure that the player 5 then, right, just a second, has nothing. If player 5 here has 500 gold already, it'll just immediately be done. And if they are villagers and they collect 500 gold, well, same story. So no villagers, no food, just a dead AI. Or if you do have villagers, make sure they don't get any gold. Right. One last thing though. If you guys look right back with this timer, it also activates 2 other triggers. Now this last one is just a continuation for another side quest, as I said. See, timer 180. See that? Basically, well, yeah, as I said, this is like a third side quest. It only activates after 180 seconds after this one's been, shown. So that's how you space them out. Oh, we got to go way back now. Where are we again? Goodness. Yeah, here we are. All right. But it also activates this one if we don't accept or give the gold, which is just another trigger here. Basically, after the timer's done, so you get 5 minutes to do this. If the timer ends and you haven't given the gold, it activates the objective here. Now this does the same. If you look here, it also deactivates not giving it. So these deactivate each other. So if you do give the gold, it deactivates not giving it. If you don't give it, it deactivates giving it. So you basically need this to activate both. So what happens if we don't give the gold or tribute? Well, it, as I said, deactivates this, shows a thing like, blah blah, you didn't give it, screw you, and it just sets the diplomacy back to enemy, because right here, I think player 5 starts as, starts as an enemy. Oh, I see. But anyway, normally they should start as like neutral, whatever. But I guess once they change here, yes, alright, yeah, I see. Alright, you sometimes forget your own scenarios. It's been a long while. This makes me look like a fraud, Jesus. Anyway, I'm sorry for that. Yeah, anyway, if you don't accept it, they become angry, they got a lot of food, a lot of stuff, and it deactivates the good stuff. It also activates the objective to kill them, because of course, well, they become your enemy, so you gotta defeat them. And basically that's just this. Destroy this, destroy the object, kills all the buildings and everything, and you get money from it. That's kind of it, really. Nothing special. And, she's like, oh, blah, blah. That doesn't really matter. So, as you guys can see here, tributing, not that crazy. I think on a later date I'll get back to it, and I will, I don't know, I'll give you some easier examples. I might actually make another segment to this video. No, actually I will. You know what? I'm feeling generous. I'll see you guys in the next segment. So, see you in like a second. Alright, so it turns out that the next part isn't filmed with my microphone. It's just using the laptop microphone. So, good luck with that, guys. I'm not going to be filming that again. I'm really, really tired. I'm very sorry. I'll make sure this doesn't happen again. Whoops. So we're in scenario number 1 from the Alexander campaign, where I also did something with tributes, and I'm just going to have to look for it for a little second. God damn, this is annoying to do this constantly. Darn. Where are you now? Come on. Oh, it. That's gonna. I swear, what the? Where have you gone? Ah, here we go. Engineer Gaming. Alright, so once we tribute this guy, or this player, we're gonna get I think, yeah, Catram. Basically, once this engineer here, or this, oh my god, this sergeant, becomes visible, it displays this instruction, I build the finest equipment in Greece. Gobbledygook, basically. For the fine price of 200 gold again, I shall build you a ram. How nice. And basically, it activates this trigger, where you pay for the trigger, or pay for the ram. So basically, accumulate attribute 200 gold, you get a ram. That's it. That's basically what it does. However, this trigger does loop. So basically, for every time you pay 200 gold, you get a battering ram. So what do we want to do? We want to subtract the same amount as we give. Otherwise, you get 200, they'll just keep on spawning, and that's not really good for the economy for them now, is it? So, just give 200, subtract 200 if you want it to loop, otherwise, well, yeah, it doesn't really work. And of course, create a capped RAM, or create what you want and task it over, otherwise it'll stay there. If it stays there and you pay again, nothing will spawn because of, well, the create object. It will then activate the loop, where it will just simply activate this, because we don't want this looping, otherwise it will constantly create. So basically just activate here, loop, activates this. It's kind of a double loop, so instead of clicking on looping here, just make this activate that. And that's actually, that's the whole ass trigger. That's all this is. Sometimes triggers are really, really complex, but in most cases, you'll be surprised how simple this stuff is. Now, yeah, okay, for people that aren't very much used to this, it might seem quite daunting to get started, but I hope that, well, my small, tiny videos might help someone create their own scenario one day. I thank you guys for watching. We're nearing the 100 subscribers. I never thought we'd get there. I thought it would get stalled at like, what, 30? We've already more than doubled that, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.